I thought it was really well made.
Yeah, I thought it was really well made too.
It's a lot better than a lot of crappy Christmas movies I've seen before. I grew up watching pretty crappy ones that were only made for fellow Christians.
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, this is bad filmmaking. This hurts my soul.
I agree with what Critical Drinker says. It definitely does not shy away from anything, but it's not to the point where it's exploitative.
Mm-hmm. No, I really enjoyed it.
I don't really understand what Lolly and Shota were talking about. The line was
good. It was preachy. You know, it was like, hey guys, did you know God's kids are not for sale? They say that line 5 times, and it's to the point of like, I get it. It's the fucking tagline.
Well, the line was only said once, and then at the end.
You're probably talking about the special message because he sat through that. I didn't.
But you don't criticize the special message at the end. It's the film itself.
Well, the big problem with the fact that that wasn't a review, that was him on the spot talking about the film, so...
Well, yeah.
Again, that's the biggest problem when it comes to him sitting on the spot.
Well, yeah.
Like I said, he's the one... Again, when he misremembers something, he'll be confident in misremembering.
Well,
I remember when he talks about Ava.
Well, the line was only said once, from what I heard.
Yeah, it was only said once,
and then
it was used again in the song at the very end. So
that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Yeah. That's the...
No, I like the... So, I like the long takes in this movie. They aren't overly long. They're just long enough to get the point across. Because some people, like Funny Games, they do, like, an hour-long take. But no, I do find it funny that they did use the Mexican filter.
Yeah.
Because Mexico apparently is orange and yellow. But no, like I said, I thought the acting, especially from the children, was really well done.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really well-crafted film. I can see why so many people like it.
I can definitely see why a bunch of women wanted to strangle the actor who played Joffrey. When you're playing a role of a monster, it really does make you hate the person who's on screen.
Oh, see, that's just called being weak-minded.
No, it's called being a woman.
Rest my case. Don't keep setting these swings for me that keep hitting.
I know, but no, it is. That's just the testimony. I'm not going to go find the guy who had the scorpion tattoo and hit him in the face.
Oh, no, it's really well acted. Like I said, that one guy looked like the actor looked like he was actually all on cocaine. The one guy with the mustache. No, like I said, I like that it was.
You mean the very first one?
No, the guy who was working with the beauty model.
Oh yeah.
No, I thought it was really well constructed. I thought it's just simple. That's what makes it good.
Well, yeah. Well, I remember Critical Drinker was saying it's labeled as an action film, but if you're expecting nonstop gunfights, you will not be satisfied with this movie because that's not what it's supposed to be. But that's fine. That's
well, it's not an action film. I didn't go into watching an action film.
I didn't go into expecting an action film.
I've been researching. But for me,
I don't think anyone went in expecting an action film.
I think that's what the media is trying to put, so you'll be disappointed when you go. Because I'm just like, oh, I saw this article with I think it was from The Guardian. It was,
who cares what The Guardian
I know, but it was saying that it's a superhero film for dads with brain rot, or brain worms, whatever word they used. No, because like I said, all the people, like I said, a bunch of leftist journalists don't like a movie about, that depicts sex trafficking as bad. I wonder why.
I would actually, that's not a journalist's job, but I do think it's a big weakness of the film that they never explain why pedophilia is bad. They just assume that the audience is going along with their political message, and I think that's...
Oh, God.
I don't actually believe that.
But wait! There's more!
imagine my sock.
I have no idea.
But no, like I said, editing-wise, it was really solid. Like, the use of long takes were pretty good. The use of music, I really like Mexican music.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I really like, I don't know if that's an authentic Honduran accent that they had, but if that is, I like that dialect of Spanish more than other dialects I've heard.
I was practically crying for the entire first part.
Oh, I can hear you.
Can
Now.
you blame me? I don't see the stuff
Well,
that
see,
you
the thing is,
on
I've been
internet.
researching this stuff since I was a young teen, and I remember, like I said, I remember when I was a teen,
I don't...
a few days, I remember I lost a little bit of sleep over that one FBI woman talking about the different videos.
Okay.
Sex trafficking rings she's, helped expose. And, because she didn't give graphic detail, but she gave enough that you're like, oh dear lord.
Like I said, I can't think about the stuff too much.
Like I said, I'm always thinking about it, like I said, and I'm kind of like a psychopath, so I think of like, okay, so these people view these people as products. They view them as almost cattle. And the movie reflects that by having it be called, the website I think the guy went to in the beginning of the movie was called like Fresh Chicken.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were constantly using them as like chickens. It's kind of like in Unit 731, how they refer to the people as logs. Because they were pretending to be a tree company.
People are sick.
Well, yeah. You know, like I said, as someone who's always known about all this stuff, this movie didn't tell me anything I didn't know.
Well, yeah.
I just thought it was a really well-made movie with about a topic I'm kind of familiar with.
But the thing that he said in the movie, this is not those conversations that people have for pleasant conversation.
Oh, I agree. No,
and this will be introducing a lot of people.
I agree. A lot of people don't think about this that often.
A lot of people aren't Lolly, Shota, you, or Turkey Tom digging through the internet's garbage.
I actually think about, oh dear lord, there are people locked in basements. Because you know it.
Well, yeah.
You know that one time in your life you've driven past a house where someone's been locked in a basement. And that's a horrifying thing to think about, but you just know statistically it has to be true.
Well, yeah.
You do a lot, especially if you do a lot of traveling.
So, yeah, I think it was definitely it was a very hard movie for me, because I don't focus on stuff, but sad to say, but I can't. I'm sorry.
Well, like I said, I was the guy who watched the video by Cecil about a Mexican animal abuser. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's rough. I'm going to need to watch something else before I go to bed. And then I ended up watching another video he did about a child snuff film ring.
You should have watched the one with the animal.
And I was like, oh, this is also great. So I went from animal torture to child snuff film ring.
Okay. Anyway, movie was definitely great. I give it, I'd probably give it a 7.5 or 8 out of 10.
I'm probably going on more to 7. Our rating system is very different for most people. You would think our rating system is weird.
It makes sense to me. 5 is an average film.
I know. We should just make a video where we just go through and discussing how we think of ratings.
But yeah, that's...
And how I believe a 10 does not exist objectively.
Well, yeah.
I think certain people I know, they would rate this movie a 10 out of 10. And if you're looking for a movie that dives into the topic in a respectful manner, you're gonna find this as a 10 out of 10.
Well, yeah, I always say a 10 out of 10 is a movie that is doing what it's supposed to do, and it does it in a way that touches you.
I feel like in a way, yeah, I feel like that a bit of you have to go into making it a 10.
Well, yeah.
I think, and when it comes to this movie,
it does it to the best. Yeah. It does it the best it can objectively, and it touches you.
Yeah. I think when portraying the situation, that's because they can only portray what the guy wrote about. They're only dealing with his story. I think they portrayed it on basically a 10 out of 10 on what they're trying to go. Obviously, they don't dive into sports, like Olympics sports and all that kind of stuff, and how all these major events, concert events, all these different things have so much in America, have all these different sex trafficking rings around it. They don't go into that because obviously it wasn't what he was dealing with. He was dealing with specifically something going down in Central America.
Well, yeah.
So, again, I think in dealing with Central American sex trafficking, I think this movie does completely accomplish what its goal was. So I had to give it a 10 out of 10 in its goal.
But yeah, I definitely recommend it, and I liked it.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out.
And I am glad for someone like me who likes to go. I do watch movies that are not feel good. I do watch them, but I don't usually see them at the theater because theaters are very rare.
We don't go to the theater that much until this year.
Well, yeah, theaters are very rare for me. This year would be the exception. So when I do go, I want to see something that will make me feel good. I want to have fun because it's a special occasion. So the fact that I actually went out and saw this movie and I'm actually feeling this good after it is definitely something. And
Well, yeah. Well, quick. So originally I was gonna invite one of my friends to go. Well, first I asked her. She was like, she didn't know she wanted to go. Then I texted my friend and like, hey, do you want to go see this film? And he was like, he was busy, so he decided to pass. So then she said, yeah, sure, I'll go.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I was gonna go see the film anyway. If she didn't go, if I would go by myself, I would. I saw The Northman by myself. Great film. But like I said, for this film, I think it was really well done. And like I said, I think. Oh, I did know what I meant to say. I meant to open up the review like this, but I completely forgot. I'm gonna be in the title. Barbra Streisand made me see this film.
Thank you. Bye.